All right, today what we're going to do is we are going to use a program called Remove.bg. I'm going to show you how to take a picture of yourself using Photopea, save it as a JPEG, and then open it in Remove.bg so we can bring it back to Photopea and have no background. Now, we could do this all by hand using the lasso selection tool, but this is a very simple way to do this. Now, it doesn't always work. Sometimes it will not work how you want it to, but most of the time I do find that it does work really well, especially for things like hair. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to File. Again, we're in Photopea.com. We're going to go to File, Open More. Now we've used Open from URL already. Today we're going to use Take a Picture. That will bring up the actual camera in Photopea. We will look at the camera and click Take a Picture. Once it's taken a picture, you just hit X and it will open a new file. Now, if you like your picture, great, keep it. If not, just hit X and make another one. Remember, you need to rename your files. So where it says camera PSD, I'm just going to double click there and I'm going to rename it whatever I want. I'm going to call this one self-portrait. Hit OK. And now it's renamed self-portrait. Now that does not save the work. To save the work for the program we're going to put it in, it needs to be a JPEG. So I'm going to File. And normally we save our work as a PSD. A PSD is a working Photopea file or like a Photoshop file. And what that allows is it doesn't compress our layers. So all of our layers are still accessible. When we open it back up, we can make changes to it. When we save it as a JPEG or a PDF, it's the same as basically gluing all of our layers together, so we can't really change that anymore. We can't just turn a layer off. Everything, it becomes one image instead of several layers. But to do this, we are going to want to make it a JPEG. So I'm going to go down here to Export As, and right here's JPEG. Again, format is JPEG. It's in pixels, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Just hit Save. And you should see it download here in the corner. Now earlier, I did a whole bunch of work and I tried to download and I lost my work. So I got to start all over because the Photopea.com, the school had like a block on me downloading my image. So I downloaded it, it said it did it. And then I didn't notice till later that up here where the bar is, there's this little arrow. It said pop-up download was blocked, which was the work that I spent over an hour on. So thanks, school server. I'll have to redo that. Okay, so I had to make sure that was selected to say it was allowed to download from Photopea. Now, I've never had to do that before until today. So if that's something, if it's not letting you save your images to your drive, make sure it's not giving you a pop-up block up here. All right, so let's go to the new site. The new site is called Remove.bg. There's no .com. It's right here, REMOVE.bg. Now, I think that this is a great program. I do not think it's an end-all, so sometimes it doesn't work. I did this earlier with something, and it actually took some of my the pants legs off of my clothes because they were too similar to the background. But in certain times, it will work. If it doesn't work, we just do it the old-fashioned way with the selection tools. But all we're going to do here, let's just hide that, is I'm going to upload an image. And again, my image is right there, but here, we'll do self-portrait because I did a practice run. Self-portrait, open. And here's the image I just took, and boom, the background's gone. You can see basically it's got a PNG, that's the checkerboard you can see back there. And if you're happy with this, we're just going to download it. Notice it says self-portrait, and then it says remove PNG. We're going to go back to Photopea now. And we don't really need this anymore. What we need is the new one. So we're going to go to open. Well, here, let's review. So I'm not going to open more. This is, again, from websites, taking a picture and PSD templates. We want to open it from our actual drive, wherever we just saved it to. So I'm going to click open. And the easiest way to do this is, again, search for it. And you can see right here, it added the extra Remove.bg preview. So self-portrait, Remove.bg preview, and you can notice it's saved as a PNG. That means we have that clear file, that clear background. So click there, hit open, and there's my picture. So again, you can see that was a quick, easy way to do this. And we could have selected everything as I've shown you in the past and zoomed in and out. But the reason that I like using Remove.bg is because when you're working on something like hair or a beard, also hair, it does a really good job at really isolating the nitty gritty. So if we look here at my hair, you can see all these little wispy hairs here. And if you look at the actual removed work, it actually deleted the area in between it. So if we were to put a back, and again, if you look at like the sideburns, the beard, it's not like a smooth cut line like you would get with a selection tool. It really is a well done program. So again, that is how I would start by using remove.bg for my image.